Beaded Life. So we are on week 3 of our fall series. So what inspires you for fall? And you'll see by the thumbnail of which one we're doing today. So there is some teals in there, yellows, oranges, reds, even a little splash, a teeny weeny little splash of some purple. And I have I think the best beads to show you guys. So I'm going to flip this around and we're going to look at what I've got, and we're going to make something. If I saw the thumbnail to this video, you'll see the color scheme that we are using today, and I pretty much have that color scheme down here. So we have some teals and some other blues, and even like a little bit of purple and a couple different reds and yellows and oranges. And I think that this is going to be perfect. And then I brought in some red leather. This is 1.5 millimeter red leather from USA leather cord. So I'm using this, and I had an idea with these. Like, I thought this would be really cool, like as a pendant. So if I had this one hanging like a donut, but then I had the other ones like stacked on top of it in some way, I think that would look really, really cool. So we're going to give that a go. And I really don't want to just, let's see, if we just go like this and put this on. Oh, I'm getting caught on all my tools here. I basically pulled it out of the package. So this is like 3 meters of leather. And I know we may use it all, we may not, because I plan on putting in some knots. So I'm just going to run this down the middle real quick. And there we go. So that will be part of our focal. I feel like that's a little bit boring though. Let's see if we can get this to be a little more zhuzhy, shall we? So if I put that through here, because I kind of want to see the leather on the bottom of it too, like that. Yeah. So yeah, I like that. It kind of makes it look a little rustic, and I think I really like that. And then in order to just kind of like keep everything where it needs to be, I think we put like maybe one of these smaller rings down here, these round ones. And it might be a little bit of a challenge, but I think we can get it on there. Oh yeah, there we go. And then that'll just kind of help stabilize that and keep it in one place, because I don't really want to add a knot right here, because that'll just make everything a little bit even more taller, you know what I mean? Or the knot might just disappear in there. So it's like, what's the point, right? So let's put these on, and I'm going to put all 3 of these on. So where I got my ceramic beads, you guys, I have no idea. I've had them for a long time. I've been kind of collecting them over the years. Just pretty much anywhere I go, if I see ceramic beads, I usually try to snatch some up just so I have them. I think I may have bought some of them on like Temu. Some of them may have been Amazon, but I know they weren't any of our like places that we usually shop at. So I'm sorry about that. Let's see if we can get both strands through this one, because this one's a little oddball. And if we can, that would be fantastic. I don't know if that'll be possible. No, I don't think it will be. So maybe one of these other ones have a little bit larger of a hole. Let's try one of these yellow ones here. Nope, that's okay. Let's try this one. Yeah, there we go. Basically, I'm just wanting to set something on top, because those other ones have super large holes, and I just don't want it. I want it to look nice and stacked, not like all weird and floppy. So there it is. It's kind of like a little bit boho, a little bit funky, and just really, really fun. So I think that's going to be really cool. And then next, the thing that's really cool about this too is I don't need to make a big knot right here. I don't need to do that. I can go right into making my knots for each side. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to work on one side first. So I'm trying to be mindful about my knots to make sure that when I'm making them, everything is pointing up. And I want to slide that down just a little bit. We're just doing overhand knots, nothing difficult. It's actually really quite easy just to do an overhand knot. The only thing you want to make sure of is that when you're doing it, you end up facing in the direction that you want to be facing. So I wanted my strand towards the inside here because it'll help it hang right. But then if you're using heavier ceramic beads like this, it's really not going to matter all that much. Put that in there. Sometimes I have to actually like act like I'm doing the knot to make sure. Okay, so see how my strand is right here? This is what I want. So I'm just going to pull that down. And we're just going to put it right next to this other one here. All right. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to throw that one side off to the side, and we're just going to start here. And I don't really have any plan on how I want to do this. I really don't. So we're just going to start. And I think it'd be cute if we did like a little stack of some colors here. So if we did like that, that teal, maybe this little soft yellow, and then maybe this orange one, that would be fun. See, like that. And then we can do another knot. And we're gonna leave a little breathing room in between because we want to see that leather, honestly. We really want to see that leather. It just ends up looking really cool to have those little natural pieces there. All right, and then why don't we go in with like a little bit larger of a bead here. And we can put that one on. And just keep making our knots. Super simple overhand knots. And don't expect this to be perfectly even. I mean, you can try really hard to do it that way, but you know, it's not going to be that big of a deal if it's not, because it's going to look cool no matter what you do. So we have this big guy. It's going to be a really nice heavy duty necklace here. I think this would also be a really fun layering piece, even with just like a simple chain with like maybe like one little charm on it or something. That would look really, really cute with this. All right, then let's go ahead and do like another little segment here. So we have this little orange one, and we can do this little teal one. And then we do have these random beads, right? So we might try to work those into our design as well. Not really quite sure how I'm going to work that out yet, but I think we can figure it out. And let's do this little like off-white one here. And I'm not even really concerned about both sides being exactly matchy-matchy. So if I do put like this one on this side and maybe the cube on this other side, that's going to be okay. So I may end up doing that too. But let's go ahead. You know what? Actually, let's do that. So I'm going to need one of these for over here for sure. So that's going to be like a little extra. Let's put this guy here. This, like I said, this really doesn't take too long. Once you start getting them on there and you get your knots on there, then you know it usually goes pretty quickly. That's how it looks so far. I think it's going to be really, really cute. Let's do one with a little more of the red on this side here. Yeah, I have a nice size collection of ceramic beads. I think I even got some, not some of these, but I got some other ones from Broke Girl Beads. So definitely check her out, you guys. If you haven't checked her out yet, definitely do that because she's got some amazing stuff over there. All right, so let's start with this orange one. And then let's do this teal. And then let's do this orange one. And also the nice thing about this too is you don't need to bead all the way up. You can leave like just some leather cord. So even if you only have a few that you are using, you can make it work. So you can also do this with other big hole beads. So if you have some like gemstones and some glass beads that have large holes, you can definitely do that. So maybe just find like some colors. If you don't have a lot of ceramic beads, some colors like what I'm using, and then you'll be able to do the same thing. So now we're going to use this little cube one over here because we'll probably use this round one here. We'll maybe do a double yellow over here. So I'll do this little cube. So pretty much what's going to line up perfectly are going to be our large beads. All the other little segments are going to be a little bit off from each other, which I think will just add a little more interest to the piece. Okay, so this is what we have so far, and I think that looks really cool. It's very fun. It's very like bright fall, right? Really, really pretty. And then we're going to add one more of these big ones over here. But first, I think I want to do one more small segment. So let's bring in this teal, one of these yellows, and then this orange one. There we go. And let's add one more of these big ones here, and then we'll do the other side. So I'm going to do a little bit of this on my own, not too much, just a little bit, and then I will come back and we will do more together, just to give you guys like a little bit of a break from it. But here's our one side so far, and I think it looks really, really cool. This is going to be a super fun necklace. All right, guys, I'll be right back. So I started over here, and like I said, I'm following this with the big beads, and I did these a little bit different down here just to add some interest, but we're using the same one here. So now we're going to come in here and we're going to do this, well, let's do this orange, and then let's do this yellow and one of these teal. Put that on. Do our little knot. You can also use, if you have some really like large hole metal spacers, those are fantastic for this too. You can definitely do that. That makes it a lot of fun too, if you can add some of those kind of things. So now we're going to take this round one here, and that one's going to be our different one here. See how we're doing that? We're just making a little bit, like a little eclectic. And then let's do our knot. Okay, and then let's do this one. Yeah, let's do this one. Look how pretty this is turning out, you guys. I love this. These colors are fantastic. And like I said, the knots aren't going to match up perfectly. It's going to be okay. Do not obsess over something as minimal as that. This is meant to be really just kind of a rustic, put together piece, and it's going to be fine. So I may have more space in front of, in between, you know, around others. It'll be fine. It'll be good. You guys will see. Once it's on and I'm wearing it and I'm showing you what it looks like, I think you'll absolutely love it. So let's do this teal one. Let's do this yellow and then the orange. I really like these like cylinder shaped ones like this. These are really fun. Okay, get that on there. Whoop. And then we're going to do the yellow round one here, since we had a little oddball. Just kind of matching it up with our other little, our square oddball. And this also gives you the opportunity to find those beads that you don't have matches to and just kind of use them up. It makes it a lot of fun. All right, so here we're gonna do, let's do this orange, this teal, and then this yellow. That's gonna be the last of our yellow one. And that's okay because we're getting to the point now where I'm gonna wanna end this, so. All right, so there's that. And now our last big one. Okay, so here it is. And see, it's a little bit uneven, but when you're wearing it, you're not gonna be able to tell. It looks cute. I think it looks really good. All right, so I'm gonna just scoot that all off to the side for a second. I'm gonna dig in. I think I wanna use one of my silicone slide beads to do this. So these are available in so many different sizes. On Amazon, you can get like, it comes with several different sizes and you can get them in different finishes. Like I have them in gold and silver. I have them in like this bronze color. I think that might be too small of a hole. I didn't get all the sizes in the gold and that bronze. I got them in the silver though, because at the time I was using more silver than anything. But I kind of want to see if I can get both to fit through here. So what you do, if you've never used these, you can use these on Coriana chain too, guys. And you can use this on other cords. But I love the way it works with leather. So you're basically saving yourself from having to make any more knots, tie another clasp, or do another clasp or whatever. This is your clasp. So this will fit over my head. And that's the other thing you want to make sure too. If you're using one of these, your piece needs to be able to fit over someone's head, because that's how you're going to get it on. You're going to open it up all the way and then pull it closed wherever you want it. And no, it's not going to fit through there. That's right. We're going to use silver. So we're going to use this one and we'll put both through. That one seems too big. Do I have anything that falls in between that? Let's see, maybe it's this one. Nope, that's the same. That one's really teeny. Do I not have a size in between? Did I use them all? Maybe I can get it to fit through the other. Maybe I just got to work a little bit harder at it. Let's see. So let's put this end in first, because this one felt like it was being really soft. So let's put this end in first. It helps if your leather is just a little bit stiff. You can also make yourself like a little big eye needle out of some scrap wire, which I might do. Oh, nope. See, look, I got it in there. So you want it to be snug, okay? You don't want it to be floppy, because you want it to be nice and tight. Whoever is wearing it and how they want to wear it, they want it to stay there. And now it will. So let me go ahead and close that back up. And then what we're gonna do on the ends here, just to kind of decorate them up, is we're just gonna put like a little bead on the end. So let's just do a little overhand knot. And we'll do orange on one side and we'll do the teal on the other. And that'll also prevent this from being pulled all the way through accidentally. And then the person, if you gave it to somebody, they're like, how do I fix this? So let's put this one in. That one might be too little. All right, and then we'll just do our little overhand knot here. Shove those off to the side. All right, guys, so here is our really fun fall ceramic necklace, and this was all inspired from that photo. So here's the shortest length you can wear it. And I will demo this on myself too. But look at our pendant. Oh, it's so cool. All right, you guys, I'm gonna flip this around and we're gonna try it on. Hey friends, this is the longest length. So it comes like all the way down here. That's pulled out all on its own. And I think this looks so cool. Oh my gosh, I love it. All right, and now if we want to make it shorter, we just need to pull on it. I'm sticky because it's hot in here. And we can pull it all the way to it ends. And then there it is as a shorter necklace. And that looks just as cute. All right, guys, I hope you really enjoyed this one. I know I did. It's a lot of fun. Look for some ceramic beads. And honestly, you can look in some of the strangest places. Like there's always like stuff at Goodwill or Salvation Army that you could probably take apart. Find something that's already put together that you love and take it apart. Take it apart. All right, guys, I'm sending you my love, and we have one more fall video coming up soon, and you're gonna have to let me know when the whole series is done, which one did you like the best? I wanna know. All right, guys, I will send you my love, and I hope you have a great night. Bye, everyone.